Welcome back to digital class, and this is a discussion for our cycles in water booklet, and now we are focusing on this question. So let's look at this question. So here says that Enox wants to find out if the surrounding temperature affects the rate of evaporation of water. Now you can see this is basically our aim. This is our aim of the experiment. So when it comes to experiment, again, I want to mention this again. We have something called MV, manipulated variable, RV, responding variable, and another one is CV, constant variable. And again, I've explained this before. MV, manipulated variable, is something that it needs to be changed. RV is something we need to see. There's a result that we want to see. And constant variable is something we need to be the same. And the other name of MV, manipulated variable, is called independent variable. There's another name for RV, it's called dependent variable. There's actually another name for constant variable, it's called control variable, if you want to just know. Okay. Anyway, these are the three things we need to first identify when we do this question. Now, here says what? We want to find out if surrounding temperature affects the rate of evaporation. So the things that needs to be changed is the what? Is the surrounding temperature. And when the surrounding temperature is changed, we can see how it affects what? The rate of evaporation. So the rate of evaporation is basically our responding variable. Okay, something we need to see. Now, let's continue the question. He prepared 3 setups, A, B, and C, using 3 beakers of water, and the table below shows the variables of his experiment. Okay, so you can see temperature, B setup is 28, C is 34, and here we are not given. Exposed surface area of water is we're not given, and volume of water we are not given here. Now, let's just jump out from this question and just think about it. If I want to find whether the surrounding temperature affects the rate of evaporation, what the thing we need to ensure is actually the same. Let's just try to draw it out, okay? So, this is the beaker of water. I put water inside. Then I have surrounding temperature. Maybe this is hotter. This is not that hot. This is very hot, example. So how do I ensure it's a fair test now? Here's a fair test. I mean, I should make sure something to be the same, right? So what are the things I need to make sure the same? And that comes with what? The 4 factors that affects the rate of evaporation. Do you still remember that? We actually discussed about that. We discussed about 4 things here. The first one is, again, the temperature effect. So, but temperature is what we need to change. Second is the strength of the presence of the wind. Third is the humidity. And the last one is the exposed surface area. Now, if I'm testing the temperature, which means the rest are actually must be the same. You get what I mean? Okay? If it's not the same, then we know, it might be affected because of the wind. Then it's not a fair test anymore. Okay? And other than this, what are things we need to ensure is the same so that it's a fair test? I mean, of course, it's what? It's the volume of water inside, right? Okay, if it's not inside, then if it's not the same, then how can we check properly? Okay, and also, I mean, beside this 2, 3, 4, we also need to ensure the volume of water inside the beaker must be also the same in the beaker, in each beaker. Okay, now once we have this, let's try to check. Temperature must be different, right? So one is X 40, 28, 34, or either 20, 28, 34, that doesn't matter. So let's skip X. Now let's look at Y. Y is, let me just circle. Y is the exposed surface area. It's supposed to be what? It's supposed to be the same, right? The exposed surface area, since I'm testing surrounding temperature. So Y is supposed to be the same as 60. So which one have 60? So this y have 60, this y have 60. Okay, so pass. The next one, the volume of water. Again, the volume of water is something we need to make sure is the same, or else if it's not the same, how can we check? So Z must be also the same. So 400. I mean, with that, I think it's kind of obvious, right? Okay, the answer is what? Number 3. Option number 3. So I hope you actually understand this question again. Let me just quickly explain again. Again, something to be changed because we want to test, right? It's the surrounding temperature. Something to check to see is the rate of evaporation. And to ensure it is a fair test, we must make sure the volume of water inside each beaker are the same. The wind that they expose is the same. The humidity and the exposed surface area must be the same. Okay? And this can be changed also. If they want to test now is the wind, then the surrounding temperature must be the same. Okay, so that's basically how experiments works. That's all for my sharing today. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.